An Easter egg. A hidden secret message or feature in a video game, film, comic book, etc. that is not necessary or related to the main content but adds to the entertainment. The first known Easter egg in a piece of software originates from 1967 or 68. In the TOPS 10 operating system, where inputting the command make love would respond with the output not war. 50 years later, and Volkswagen's head of design had to give an explanation as to why the redesigned Jetta didn't have any Easter eggs or secret design touches. That's how far we've gotten as a society. The idea of inserting tiny secrets into software and even cars has become so ubiquitous that it's very ubiquitous. At the forefront of including Easter eggs in cars are undoubtedly the Americans. Perhaps because it reminds them of food. As the cheap Renegade was first launched, journalists seemed to be less interested in discussing the car's very economical 1.4-liter Fiat powertrain and instead appeared to focus on how many different design secrets they could spot. A topographical map in the center console storage department, the 7-slot grille and the headlight bulb support, the 7-slot grille on the taillight lens, the 7-slot grille acting as the interior microphone, a map and coordinates underneath the passenger seat, a Yeti climbing up on the rear window, a military-inspired no-step warning on the side skirts, a spider saying "Ciao baby" stamped into plastic. That last one being in Italian is weird. Mostly, because it really goes against the basic idea behind nearly every hidden secret in other American cars. Being as overtly patriotic as humanly possible. Take, for example, the C4 Corvette. If you've got one, congrats! You have sex. Removing the carpeting from above the passenger side rear speaker cutout reveals 4 symbols stamped into the sheet metal. A baseball bat, a hot dog, an apple pie, and the Chevy bow tie logo. Now, our keen-eyed viewers may have recognized this as being a reference to one of Chevy's more memorable and perhaps even iconic ad campaigns.
Baseball, hot dog, apple pie, Chevrolet, they go together in the good old USA. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, Chevrolet.
So good was this idea that it was later even adopted in Australia in modified form.
Football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars.
That's football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars.
It should be noted that this ad campaign was used to introduce the Chevy Chevette, so it's interesting to see it being hidden away inside of a Corvette instead. Moving forward a few decades, we arrive at the modern-day C8 Corvette Z06, powered by its 5.5-liter LT6 powertrain, or as it was known during development, the Gemini block. Now, avid readers of Wikipedia may realize that this codename was indeed a reference to Project Gemini, the oft-forgotten middle child of NASA's original spaceflight programs. As a reference to this, you may find a little rocket concealed away under the Z06's hood. Look around an additional 53 times and you'll find all 54 hidden rockets on the LT6 block, with some of them even serving a functional purpose. Each one of them adds about 2 horsepower, and as the engine is assembled by hand, a few serve as directional indicators, such as showing which way to point the pistons. However, I find these to be too out in the open and not hidden enough. I mean, it's a Corvette, its owner will have the hood up every Saturday morning. Easter eggs can often be found in more out-of-sight locations, like occasionally being engraved onto circuit boards. Certain 90s BMW models have a miniature version of a life-size cartoon elephant holding a BMW logo hidden away inside of the gauge cluster. I guess you could call this trunk space. In a similar vein, Volvo placed 8 mooses in the 850. These Mies are also located in the gauge cluster, and so is the hidden rabbit in the Mark III Volkswagen Golf. But modern PCPs are unfortunately so packed together that they don't really leave any room to hide sneaky additions like these on them. Instead, automakers have to place their animal references somewhere else. Electric ponies live here. That's a piece of text written on the metal casing of the Ford Mustang Mach-E's electric motor, which is so cute and I love it. It's just a shame that you're not allowed to like it because 14-year-olds on Reddit would never buy a Mach-E. Let's wrap it up with Ford by looking at the F-150 Lightning, which features a little drawing of the Ford quadricycle. Now, when I first saw this, I presumed that the quadricycle was an early electric vehicle built by Ford, but no, it was simply the very first car built by Henry Ford, running a 2-cylinder engine with 4 horsepower. Below it, 1913 is written in the plastic, which is obviously not the year the quadricycle was built. That was about 20 years earlier. Instead, 1913 seems to be a reference to an electric vehicle that was being developed by Henry Ford and Thomas Edison around that time, although nothing came of that project. Hey, speaking of Ford, the Ram 1500 TRX takes a jab at them, as under the airbox cover of the TRX is an illustration featuring a T-Rex devouring a velociraptor. This is obviously a reference to the F-150 Raptor, the biggest and most fierce competitor to the TRX. I gotta hand it to Ram, they got him good with that one. So good that the Ram TRX was discontinued a couple of years later. Easter eggs don't necessarily have to be physically inside the cars, they can occasionally be found in elements surrounding them, such as in a car's name. This is where the Mahindra BE6 enters the scene. The BE6 is otherwise a normal, all-electric coupe SUV, there's hardly anything notable about it. That, however, would have been a different story if it had gone on sale with the name that it was originally revealed under. The Mahindra B6E. Supposedly that sounds like be sexy, but who are you to tell me what to do? They were forced to change the name due to infringing on the trademarks of an airline company, leaving us without any secrets actually being present in the car's name. That sucks. You know, the best Easter eggs often come from automakers hiding a bit of their own heritage or celebrating their country of origin in their cars. Like what Audi did with the Q7. Oh my god! A new trend has emerged in recent years as more and more cars include hidden designs on the windows around those little dots, or frits as they're called. Jaguar has a Jaguar and its cute little cub lurking about. Jeeps have tiny Jeeps and a Sasquatch. The Nissan Z has since 1969 etched into the back glass. These are fun and exciting to spot, while also serving a more cynical purpose. Other companies making counterfeit or even just generic windshields can't legally reproduce these designs, as they're trademarked by the car manufacturers. So when the need may arise to replace such a window, dealerships and repair shops are practically required to source official OEM parts to ensure consistency. So yes, these are Easter eggs, and also very strategic design elements in a way you might not suspect at first. Last but not least, the Lightyear branded tires used by Lightning McQueen are an obvious reference to Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story, another Pixar franchise. Insert some text here later. And thank you so much to all of our new Corsi members: Infinity Lover 37, Hello 123, Julio Dobkovsky, Will, Andreas, Eman K, Fan the High, Dustin Melberg, Seku, Niels Belago, Rahul Baleri, About Blank, F. Ludovico, Furkan Tesan, Guilherme Almeida, Spicy Luxter, SB Wanghella Mayo AC, Kudo-kun, Onyo, Razidan, Harrison Carey, Billy Dodd, Maddox Burkhart, Valentoni Lee, Stealth Strike, Skippy Dinglechulk, Bazanik, MD, Jonah Teschlag, Ian Pellerin, Benjamin Bustamante, Michael Havakats, G the Kid, Karthik Srivichai, Street Legal Cart, Sky Chorus, Owen Earnhardt, and Crispy Bacon.